Alright, hi, my name is Nsih, the sound designer for this really cool chess game called Forethought, and I'm just going to quickly run you guys through how I came up with some of the sounds that we ended up using. So, to start off, we got the sticky trap, and I believe we went with this one. Yeah, and it's a mixture of this outsourced slime layer, which is really the body of it, this milk carton swishing around. Experimented with fruit and yogurt, mushing it in my hand. It sounded a bit too real though. This mustard bottle squirt, and this plunger suction, which is just sucking out slime out of a little glass bowl. And that gave us sticky trap 2. Awesome. Moving around, this was probably the easiest thing to create. I just took the block part of my iPhone charger and slid it across the top of my interface. But it does have a metallic surface, so through some EQ we tried to make it sound a bit more wooden. And I think this one sounds more wooden. Yeah. And this one. Yeah. And then variations, of course. Free turns, which you might get using a lot of vital that you're going to see. Basic little sine wave there, and it's just two little notes going dun. Yeah, and they just go up. Icy slides, these I actually got to record out by the creek by my house earlier this year in the winter, so the water was still frozen, thankfully. So I just brought my skates, found some ice there, some rocks, and just got different textures of things moving across each other. That was the skates on ice, we got rocks on ice, and we got ice on ice. And then you mix that with the icy wind, which is really, if I bypass these, it's just me blowing into the mic. Let's add that back with some EQ and chorus. More windy, more flat. Add some chimes for the icy effect. And that gave us icy wind. Very cool. The pieces that you can move as, we got the knight, bishop, rook, and king. I debated doing these myself, but decided to just outsource them. So we got horse snorts and neighs for the knight. Yeah, similar stuff. The bishop we agreed was holy, so we chose a little choir sounds. And I believe they just change in pitch. Yeah, and then these green ones are just MIDI, chords of, again, church and choir presets from Logic. Yeah. The rook, I actually had to go to Ocular Rift sound packs because we wanted the sense of earth and movement, and although it is cinematic, I think it does a good job. It's big for sure, but I think it communicates what we wanted. King, I mean, what better screams royalty than trumpets? I think these are just different patterns. Yeah. Yeah, awesome. +1 combos that you may or may not get. Again, vital. That type of wave, and I believe the oscillator, is transposing up so that we get this. Perfect. Mix that with Logic's riser, or one of them. And that's basically the sound. Yeah. Time freeze. This was probably the most fun to actually work on. A lightning bolt is supposed to strike the clock and actually freeze it. So of course we needed some lightning. Mix that with this, again, vital. They have this really cool railgun preset. I prefer like other combinations of these two waves, but again, they were too sci-fi for this type of project. But that sounds like this. And then mix that with some ice freezing. Oh yeah, beautiful. This is the first variation. And then we got the second one, which is over here. I love that more. Just the thunder hitting I love it in that one. Buzzer in case you do something you're not supposed to do or can't, which is, again, vital. I think it's a brown noise. Yeah, brown noise that we're using. Pretty simple. Not gonna go over the growth and shrink sounds. Are pretty basic. It's just cute little pops, stuff like that, and slide whistles. Clicks for when you select things are just keyboard stuff. Whooshes. Again, it's just me blowing into the mic with a lot more processing, because I think this is for the worlds going across the screen before you select them. Just phase and reverb. That's the main juice going on there. Bunch of variations, and then yeah. Speaking of the world select, a lot of these are just logic loops. This riser, and we added that delay to add that effect to it, and then of course the click, which also has a delay too. Yeah, and I think that really just communicates a sense of, I don't know, transition, and entering something. I love it. Awesome. Star earned, because you can earn them. I believe we just went with this one. No, this one. And this one. Yeah. That's all there is to it. Not a lot, just a little bit of phase for, I think, yeah, both of them. But you also lose stars, and to keep the relationship between them, I wanted to use the same chime, just reverse it so it's going down to communicate, the negative effect of losing it. Mix that with some truck air brakes from Logic, surprisingly. And this bubbling glass pattern, just to add some melodic feel to it, which is actually part of something a lot longer. And solo this by itself. This is actually what, again, ties it all together. Let's bypass everything. It's actually just me dropping one of my chains into my hand and kind of shaking it around a little bit. That's all it is. But we EQ it. This distortion really brings out a lot of the breakage, I guess. Saturation and then EQ, and that gives us, plus the delay. And then altogether, that gave us beautiful. Yeah, sure, why not? The fails, really simple, just horns, MIDI horns. Same thing with the victory, it's just flutes instead. And different variations. Won't go over the ambience or ambiance, however you choose to say it, because they're outsourced, I believe. Yeah, they are. And not like too much creativity going on there. But for the ship creaking sound that we got here, if you listen closely, it's actually the chair that I'm on right now. So if we bypass everything in solo, it's me using my hand to get specific creaking sounds. But we can do it one by one. EQ, well, the first EQ to make it a bit less branch sounding, like it's not twigs snapping. Compress it a little. Noise gate, because I didn't want to deal with the silence myself. Reverb to get it spooky. This type of EQ again, just to make it bigger. And the final touch was this little, again, just more pitching. Yeah. Oh, I love that so much. Okay. That's it for me, I believe. Went through a decent amount of stuff. Thank you for listening this long. Hope you guys found it interesting, and I hope also that you get to hear these sounds for yourself, once you get the chance to play the game. Thank you again, and take care.